Great, guys! I wasn't expecting anything from this stage, and you bring home a podium place? Well done to you all! Hi, guys. Let's start the briefing for this stage. Today's route is hilly and a leg breaker. Perfect for attacking, which should suit the punchers, and an opportunity to lead the general classification. Even if the stage isn't really within our scope, you've got to stay vigilant for the general classification. Good race to you all!
Hello, cycling fans everywhere. After 3 stages in Danish territory, the peloton arrives in France for what should be an entertaining stage. With the hills of the Boulonnais and Flanders on the menu, there will be plenty of attacking possibilities. In fact, the punchers shouldn't pass up on the chance if they want to eliminate the sprinters from the race for stage victory.
It's a real leg breaker of a stage. Nothing you can't handle, but teams will surely turn the screw to eliminate the sprinters, because the final 10 kilometers are made for them. It's dead flat. You've got 1 minute 30 over the peloton. It turned out to be a good move. You're the most dangerous in the breakaway for the yellow jersey. You're the one with the most points for the green jersey in the breakaway. You still have 2 kilometers before you reach the summit. It's looking good for the counterattack. You should perhaps wait for them. The finish is still a long way off. This stage is fairly uneventful. If you think that nothing special is going to happen, you can advance the clock to the closing kilometers. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. I'm going to take a nap. Wake me if something happens. You still have 2 kilometers before you reach the summit. You seem to be the best puncher in the group. You should be able to move to the front. We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up. The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily.
The men at the front will soon be contesting a new challenge that counts towards the best climber classification. There is 1 point up for grabs. Another classified climb is in sight for the head of the race. Once again, there will be 1 point to be gleaned for the first rider over the top.
The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton. King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves. The breakaway is 3 kilometers from the intermediate sprint.
The next to last classified climb of the day is here. If anyone wants to eliminate the sprinters before finish, you mustn't wait to turn the screw. We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers. There are 20 kilometers left before the finish in Calais. For the moment, stage victory is still undecided.
The closing stretches along the coast. It's open to the elements and there's some wind. Watch your positioning so you're not unnecessarily without protection.
He's trying to get out. Watch out!
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb. We need to score points for the polka dot jersey. It's essential if we want to strengthen our position as leader. You have 30 seconds on the peloton.
The stage leader goes over the top of the Cap Blanc. He's only got 11 kilometers left. It's tense. The gaps are small.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. His teammates are leading the chase at the head of the peloton. His intentions seem clear. Win in a sprint.
He's moving onto the attack. Another 5 kilometers for the lead rider. He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out.
He takes the virtual lead of the overall standings.
Three kilometers. Watch out, he's going on the attack.
Go on, another push. Don't let up before the line. Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
Ladies and gentlemen, applaud him loudly. Here is the winner of the Dunkirk Calais stage. He's amongst the leading riders this year. He's amongst the lead. He's amongst the lead. He's amongst the lead.
Huge congratulations for this win, guys. Our chances of victory were virtually nil. This is an outstanding... Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today it's a stage with cobbled sectors. It could get it...
Hello and welcome to all. An atypical exercise and one that is often little mastered by the pure climbers, cobblestone sectors are always a moment that strikes particular fear into the hearts of the riders.
We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up! The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily.
Here we go. We're on to the first of today's 11 sectors, from Villers-aux-Tertres to Fressin. 1,400 metres of cobblestones to start with.
Keep your eyes open from now on, guys. The sectors will come pretty much one after the other now. There won't be any long breathing spaces. Grit your teeth. The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
After they leave the next sector, the riders at the front can enjoy the longest passage of tarmac, 6 kilometres without jolts. Now it's the Varlin to Brillion sector that lies before the head of the race. When they exit, they only have 800 metres before hitting the next sector. There's a little over 15 kilometres left, and still 2 more sectors to be crossed for the man at the front. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's in sparkling form. He will climb onto the podium. We can say that.
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is, you didn't prove me wrong. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today is a tiring route, where the closing kilometers should suit the punchers, and an opportunity to lead the general classification. The team
Hello, cycling fans everywhere. Notice to all punchers. With 3 short climbs within the final 10 kilometres, we have all the ingredients for a climax that should bring the most explosive riders to the peloton to the fore. Here's a teammate who has everything to prove.
Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack. You're the most dangerous in the breakaway for the yellow jersey. It's looking good. You've got more than a minute's lead on the peloton. You're the one with the most points for the green jersey in the breakaway.
Time gap stabilised.
The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous. For the overall standings. We can let them go.
The gap is decreasing. The peloton has not given up. The breakaway has 30 seconds lead. One minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standings. We can let them go. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily.
The front runners will soon be on to the first ascension of the day, a third category climb offering 2 points and 1 point towards the polka dot jersey. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
This stage is fairly uneventful. If you think that nothing special is going to happen, you can advance the clock to the closing kilometers.
"30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
The front of the peloton is 3 kilometers from the intermediate sprint.
Last time check with the breakaway, 1 minute.
breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Last time check with the breakaway, 1 minute. .30 lead for the head of the race. We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers.
Okay, if the pace is too fast, I won't insist.
A good sprinter, Sonny Colbrelli is especially at ease on uphill finishes. The first climb of this closing triptych is 1 kilometre long with an average slope of 7%. From the top, there will be a 4 kilometre ride to the foot of the next difficulty, the Côte de Poulventeau. He's fast in a sprint, but doesn't do well at the short climbs.
You still have 2 kilometers before you reach the summit. Watch out for him. He's the best puncher in the breakaway.
Here we go. We're on to the first climb.
Behind you, the yellow jersey is attacking. We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up. Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
As with the previous ascent, the Côte de Poulventeau is short, but it's even more steep. 800 meters at close to 12%. A real wall.
Change of leader in the overall youth standing.
Here goes for the Côte de Poulventeau. At the top, there will be under 5 kilometers left, but also and especially the Côte de Religieuse, the final difficulty of this uneven finale.
been dropped. The stage is too much for him.
That's it. The front of the race goes over the top. The race is entering Longwy. It will soon be at the foot of the Côte de Religieuse. 1.5 kilometres at close to 6% to reach the finishing line.
He's the new leader of the overall youth standings.
Here we are. The final climb is on. Everything will be played out here for the breakaway riders. Here comes the red pennant.
It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, applaud him. He tops the standard. He will climb. He's amongst the...
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbours no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. We've got what it takes to be in amongst it in the final sprint and finish in the top 10. Don't be overawed. Have a good stage, guys. Go, go! We were aiming for a top 10 place on this stage, and we failed. It's a pity. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today is a tiring route, where the closing kilometres should suit the punches, and an opportunity to lead the general classification. The team members of the favourites will probably manage the time gaps in order to fight for victory on the final climb. You'll have to do your utmost to avoid breaks so as not to lose time on the general class.
Hello and welcome to all. The slopes selected for today's crossing of the Jura do not present a major obstacle, and it's very likely that stage victory will be decided on the final difficulty, a short, sharp climb will take the riders into the heights above Lausanne.
Okay, guys. The route should bring smiles to the faces of the punchers. The finishing climb is a little over 4 kilometers with 2 steep ramps. Victory will surely be won on the second with its slope of over 10%. Have a good stage. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. You're the most dangerous in the breakaway for the yellow jersey.
The race is at the foot of the first classified climb of the day. It's a third category ascent, on which the riders can earn 2 points and 1 point for the jersey.
You still have 2 kilometers before you reach the summit. You seem to be the best puncher in the group. You should be able to move to the front. The leader has got his team riding early to manage the time gap. You're over-revving. Reduce the tempo or you'll pay the price. You're the one with the most points for the green jersey in the breakaway. To take more relays. Otherwise, the others will no longer cooperate, and it will be goners for the breakaway. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. I'm going to take a nap. Wake me if something happens.
The next difficulty is listed as a Category 4. There will be only 1 point to be scored towards the best climber classification.
You seem to be the best puncher in the group. You should be able to move to the front. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
Here's the main difficulty of the day. The ascent of the Les Rousses ski resort. It's an 8-kilometre climb on an even slope of around 5%.
We've got enough of a point. Lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up.
The intermediate sprint will be contested in less than 5 kilometres, and just afterwards the riders will enter Swiss territory.
The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton.
The front of the race is on to the final climb before dropping down to Lausanne and Lake Geneva. The Col de Molin Druze is a 4.7 kilometre ascent with an average gradient of 3.6%. The breakaways managed to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilised.
The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
There's now less than 15 kilometres for the group at the front.
Okay, if the pace is too fast, I won't insist.
The front of the race passes under the 10-kilometre gantry. Another 5 kilometres and it will be at the foot of the final short climb.
Just 5 more kilometers. Stay well positioned to avoid losing time due to a break.
The head of the race starts the final ascent, and the peloton is right behind.
I'll go full out on the relay. It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us. He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings.
The red pennant is in sight for the front of the race. The steepest gradients will soon be reached.
He succeeded in avoiding all the pitfalls to win today.
Here is the winner of the...
We can say he's amongst the... He tops the...
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage today, finishing in the top 5, even though the stage didn't... Hi, guys. Let's start the briefing for this stage. It'll be a very demanding day for everyone. Several mountain passes and a summit finish await you. This is a key stage for the general classification. You will have to be there on the final climb if we are to do well. It'll be difficult to keep up the pace of the best. I think that we'd better anticipate the attacks of the leaders and attack from far out. Good luck, guys!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to you. Mostly mapped out in Switzerland, the riders won't be crossing the mountain passes that we would qualify as major. It is therefore unlikely that the favourites for the general classification will be fighting it out. This should benefit the baroudeurs, who won't have to succumb to a comeback by the best climbers.
Guys, the early part of the stage isn't difficult. You'll be skirting Lake Geneva, and it's a great view, but watch out. The early breakaway has a good chance of going all the way today. You've got to be in the right wagon. The others are fed up because you're not making enough effort. They'll no doubt try and drop you. It is important to relay a minimum during a breakaway, so that everyone agrees to cooperate. But be careful not to do too much in order to save some strength for the finish.
The lead riders will soon turn away from Lake Geneva towards the first classified climb of the day, the Côte de Chèvre. There will be 2 and 1 point for the mountain standings.
You're on your way to the top spot of the white jersey standings. It's great. Keep going, kid.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings. The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way to the finish. The men at the front are at the foot of the second categorised difficulty of the day, the Col de Moss, with its 13.5 kilometre ascent.
The tempo is increasing at the head of the race. The breakaway riders will try and manage the time gap. The front of the race is 2 kilometres from the summit.
The riders are approaching the feed zone. Now it's the Col de la Croix that rises up before the riders. With a slope that averages out at 7.5%, it's the steepest climb of the day.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. I don't know if it's a bluff, but the breakaway looks to be increasing the pace at the front of the race. The leader of the general classification does not necessarily have to attack. Depending on his lead, he can simply follow attacks and counter at the very end of the stage.
The intermediate sprint is approaching, but there is little chance that the candidates for the green jersey will be able to score points at this stage of the race. And here we are. At the foot of the final major climb of the stage, the Pas de Mort. If a rider manages to go over the top alone, there's a good chance that he will cross the line as winner, the summit being only 9 kilometers from the finish.
Okay, if the pace is too fast, I won't insist.
The leader was in danger, but he's once again leading the overall standings.
Lâchez rien, allez!
Continue comme ça! Courage! Continue! Allez les gars! Continuez comme ça! Allez! Allez les gars! Courage! Allez les gars!
Another 20 kilometers to go before knowing the name of the stage winner. There's everything to play for.
Lâchez rien, allez!
The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the yellow jersey. 1.5 minutes lead for the head of the race over the favourites. The lead riders 1 minute 30 on the favourites. The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group.
Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite.
15 kilometres from the finish for the man at the front. This last summit will earn 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 and 1 points for the first 6 to the top. Another 5 kilometres before the summit. The slope will start to ease for the men at the front.
The time gap with the head of the race isn't changing, lads.
The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end.
The front of the race is 2 kilometres from the summit.
The head of the race will soon be nosing down towards Châtel. Remember that the finish will be decided on the way out of the town, after a section that rises for 4 kilometres. It's the start of the descent for the man in front.
He'll be the new polka dot jersey. He can no longer be caught today.
The man in front is now passing through Châtel. He will soon be reaching the final ramp towards the finish. The stage leaders just left Châtel. Now the road will climb all the way to the line, but he seems to have enough of a lead to not worry about being caught from behind.
You'll get his team to ride behind you, but it's worth a try. The breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong. We lose the polka dot jersey. It's a stage to be forgotten. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The profile is special, with one major difficulty that should decide between the climbers. The scenario looks to be simple, and everything should be settled on the final climb. You will have to be there on the final climb if we are to do well. It'll be difficult to keep up the pace of the best. I think that we'd better anticipate the attacks of the leaders and attack from far out. Good luck, guys!